Does math sound like a foreign language to you? Math vocabulary can be hard. Listen to our vocabulary parade today and learn some new words. Are you tired of imagining the objects in your head for multiplication problems? If this has ever happened to you, draw an array. A definition would be a way of displaying objects in rows and columns. A real-life example would be I drew an array with 3 rows and 5 columns. So now you know what to do when you don't want to imagine the objects in your head for multiplication problems. You draw an array.
Hi guys, did you ever need to change the order of a multiplication fact and you still got the same product? In the commutative property, numbers can be multiplied in any order and the product will be the same. So if you know 9 times 7, that means you know 7 times 9. When you're dividing important stuff between your friends, you might want to split into equal groups. Equal groups are groups that have the same amount of something. But the next time you split equal stuff, for example, candies, you might want to use equal groups. Now you know all about equal groups.
I need to multiply my fact, but it's hard. But how about I use a fact family? That's a strategy. Here's an example. Use 2 and 2. You can divide and multiply. 2 times 2 equals 4. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. But if you have something like 6 times 3 equals 18, when you divide, it won't be the same like 2, 2, and 4. Gosh, this is a really hard problem. Maybe I should ask for help. I tried a lot of strategies. I still couldn't figure it out. I tried, but I can't get the answer. Now my teacher said a fact family, and one strategy I forgot. Now I can remember that. Well, now you know a fact family is a great strategy. Do it if you get stuck on a problem. And here's some more fact families.
Have you ever had a time when you needed to add a lot and became really tired? Next time, you don't have to do that. You can multiply. To multiply is to get the total of a number when you put together equal groups. A real life example is when you're doing your math homework. Next time, don't add a lot, multiply.
Where do I need the math?
Have you ever seen a fraction and wondered what the number on the top is? Well, it's called the numerator, and let me tell you all about it. The number above the bar in fractions, and the number parts in one whole. In math, fractions have a number at the top. It's for how many parts in one whole, and it's also the numerator. Now you know what the numerator is. Next time your teacher asks you what the numerator is, and you say the number at the top of the fraction, you'll be a smart cookie.
Have you ever thought I've got all this information, but I don't know how to not say all of it? Data is the word you're looking for. Data is information, specifically facts and numbers used to analyze something or make decisions. For an example, I might say I use my math data to solve the math problem. Now you know that next time if you have a lot of information you want to say, just say data to make it short. Have you ever came across a problem like 5 times 7 times 8 and don't know what it is? You can use the associative property to help you solve it no matter what order they're in. The associative property is the grouping of factors can be changed and the product will be the same. Here's my real life example. Use the associative property to figure out 5 times 9 times 6. That is what I am, and the associative property is awesome. You should try it.
My word is bar graph. It
organizes data like when you run a marathon. It tells you how much you and others ran. A bar graph is a graph using bars to show data. A real-world problem is when in a magazine they use them to show how many awards people won. Remember what a bar graph is.
Hey, have you ever seen a number sentence? If you did, there might be a question like 20 divided by 4. And if you don't know it, you're lucky because I'm going to teach you about division. Dividing is to separate into 2 or more pies or pieces. Also, if you have $1,000 and you want to share it with 5 friends, you should split it, you should divide. This is how you can learn division. It's as easy as pie.
Do you know what the answer to a multiplication product is called? It is called a product. The answer to a multiplication product, for example, the product of 6 times 6 is 36. So, remember, when you multiply, it will always, always become a product.
Hi. When you add numbers together, you get something called a sum. The answer to an addition problem is the sum. When I add 2 things together, I get the sum. Remember, when 2 things add together, it makes a sum.
Have you ever seen a fraction? They are really common and really handsome, and I am one of them. A fraction is a part of something that is divided into equal parts. Usually they are on fraction strips. Some are equal and some are not. And that is what a fraction is. So next time you see a fraction, just remember that it is really handsome and it's a fraction.
Do you know what the answer to a subtraction problem is? Well, today you're going to learn about it. A difference is an answer to a subtraction problem. If your teacher asks you what the difference to 2 minus 1 is, now you know what to say. Now you know what a difference is.
Do you know what the bottom of a fraction is? It's the one and only denominator. The meaning of the denominator is the number below the fraction line. In fractions, it is always at the bottom. Now you can write a complete fraction. Have you ever had a multiplication problem you couldn't solve? Then you can use the distributive property. Its definition is a multiplication fact can be broken apart into the sum of 2 other multiplication facts. So if you ever have a multiplication problem you can't solve, you can use the distributive property. Have you ever needed to do tricks over and over again? It is called pattern. When you do something over and over again, whether it is multiplication, addition, division, or subtraction, when you do something over and over again, like you do 1/2, you multiply the 2 numbers and you will get to 5. Because 1 plus 1 is 2 for the numerator, and 2 plus 4 is 4, and 4 is the number that is the denominator. And then instead of doing this whole process again, you could use pattern, and you will get 36. This is a math version of pattern.
Have you ever need to add, subtract, multiply, or divide? Well, the easiest way is to ask me, Equation Cat. An equation is a number sentence that uses an equal sign.
A real-world example is when my dad and I go to the bank, because the men and women who work there do equations. Next time you have to model a problem, you can use an equation.
Have you ever wondered what the numbers that are multiplied together called? A factor is one of the two numbers that are multiplied together to make a product. For an example, if your friend has 5 chocolates and you have 5 times more than your friend, the amount that your friend has is one of the factors. Now you know about factors.
My letter is subtract. Subtract is a material option or removing objects from a collection. It is simplified by the minus sign.
Today my word is sum. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 plus 5 plus 2 equals 12. Sum is the result of adding two or more numbers. In real life, if I have one red apple and my friend Angela gives me 2 more, how much do I have? 3 apples. So the sum is 3. We use sum everywhere in our today lives. We use for calculating, billing, banking, and we're not. Thank you.
Hi everyone, today I will tell you about add. I think so everyone know what is add. Add means is 2 or more numbers put together. Example, 2 dogs plus 2 dogs.
Have you wondered what is a cool way to help you with fraction problems? It is in line with numbers and fractions. My homework has a lot of number lines with fractions. That's why number lines are so cool. Thank you for listening to our parade today. We hope you learned some new words.
That's it. Thank you, Mrs.